Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and this week just wanted to do a short video talking about the merits of Kriegspiel and also Command Post Games PubBattles, or Musket Battles as it's now called, and just to give you a flavour of each so you might know where your starting point might be if this is an area of interest to you. So Kriegspiel, as has been documented in many places, in many videos, is the military maneuvers game, approach, tactical lessons developed by von Reiswitz, who was first lieutenant of the Prussian army back in 1824, and it was used by the Prussian army to teach their officers strategic, tactical warfare skills using maps and blocks and caliper measurements, etc. For officers to learn tactics in a safe environment before they went out in the field and did it for real. And it developed various versions over the years, and I got involved with Kriegspiel probably 20 odd years ago when I used to go to a gentleman called Bill Leeson's property with a number of other well-known people in the Wargaming fraternity, and we used to play some of these really big Kriegspiel games. So basically you would have one large central map overseen by one or a number of umpires in a room, which was not accessible to the players, and the players would be in different rooms or locations, and they would have a kind of working map of the area their troops were in, and then you would use an authentic system of messages to send and ask for orders or commands from your HQ, who might well be in a different room again, your divisional army commanders who would be sending out the orders asking you to do certain things in the field. And I had a couple of really interesting experiences playing that there. I bought Bill's copy of the Kriegspiel interpretation of the rules in English. It's a lovely hardback book. As I say, not many of these about now, I'm sure, but you can still get translations of these rules through the Two Fat Lardies website, I believe, or certainly you'll be able to find them if you look around hard enough. Kriegspiel by nature is really very much a multiplayer faceted game and needs a lot of preparation. It's played with maps and either short metal or wooden blocks representing infantry half battalions, cavalry regiments, could be representing pontoon trains, artillery, commanders, etc, etc. And you normally would have a red or a blue side force, generically speaking, but in more recent years companies like Command Post Games have brought out and taken Kriegspiel to a sort of different level with blocks available in different colours for different nations, or specific to certain periods of warfare as well. So I'm going to show you in a moment a little package I've had from Command Post Games in the States. Thank you, Marshall, as always, excellent service. Provided me with an updated copy of the rules as well, thank you, on PDF, which was great. But I've also purchased a mini Kriegspiel of Brandy Station from the American Civil War, which I'm really looking forward to trying with the guys at the club. We may not play it as Kriegspiel, we may use Musket Battles, which I'll come on to shortly, which will enable us to recreate that battle, but to have the option of either or is really helpful. So for players maybe you're thinking Kriegspiel's a bit too high level or a bit too big a scale in terms of space, time and numbers of people, it might be PubBattles or Musket Battles, as you can see here, may be a better option for you to choose. So I have done a video previously, I believe, of one or both of these. I've got the Antietam and Marengo tubes here with the canvas maps and the blocks. I've recently played my game of Monmouth as well, which is sort of like a starter version of PubBattles. I'm going to put some pictures up on the end just to show you a little bit about how that looks. It's a very, very small map with the larger kind of brigade stroke divisional blocks. Musket Battles, which has come out in recent years, has sort of taken that to a slightly different scale and sort of closed that scale down into brigades and regiments. So you now use smaller blocks, which actually look better to the scale of the maps. You'll see from the pictures from a Monmouth game that the blocks look very big for the map that you're playing on. So I'm hoping to start using Musket Battles, and again I've bought some blocks to enable me to do that also. But PubBattles, Musket Battles, great system. The maps are historical maps taken from the periods. There's lots of different eras covered: Napoleonic, American Civil War. We've got Little Bighorn. You know, there's lots of choice there in terms of the kind of things you can choose. You can have a paper or a canvas map version, and you can have the blocks or not. The rules are very simplified, quite straightforward, but they have enough nuance in them to provide you with a real strategic, tactical, operational game. And I've been a big fan of them for a long while. What I like about the command post games is that you can play them solo because of the chip pool system and the way the rules work. So I've often set up and played these games on my own and had just as much enjoyment. But of course, playing with a friend or a buddy or a number of buddies, these games play in 2 or 3 hours quite comfortably. They're very quick, very simplistic, but you're playing on a beautiful map, lovely looking pieces, and you feel like you really are those kind of army commanders and generals making those very high level tactical decisions. So hopefully that's given you a bit of a flavour of the two different systems in terms of the differences. What I'm going to do now is to zoom in the video, show you the package I've just received, which, as I say, is the Brandy Station Kriegspiel Musket Battles option, and then I bought 2 generic sets of Kriegspiel blocks as well, so I can start to run further Kriegspiel games in the future. And then to wrap the video up, I'll just show you a sort of a photo gallery of some of the shots from my Monmouth game, which I played solo here in my room, just again to give you a flavour of the component quality. But feel free to look back through my archive on YouTube. You will see some videos linked to command post games and PubBattles. Feel free to have a look at those, and obviously again feel free to post any questions. So you got a nice box to put all your bits in. I've got several of these now from several orders I've made over the years. I'll just take some of the peripheral bits out. So these are the generic blocks, as will be for Kriegsspiel. These, as you can see, are quite small, but I do like the wooden blocks. They're really, really nice. I'll just get a few out. I've tried buying the irregular miniatures metal blocks, where you can buy the metal blocks for these, but they're just a bit fiddly to paint. So what I like about these ones is that they're already cut, prepared in the colours. You've just got to apply then some stickers rather than hand painting potentially those unit insignias as well. So I've got red force, blue force sorted for that. Brandy Station, these are the Musket Battles blocks, Kriegspiel blocks for Brandy Station. So we've got Confederate grey, Union blue there, again look really interesting. You get an umpire's guide, so a bit of historical background, a little bit of specifics for the game itself, and victory and setups on the map. So nice and straightforward. You've also got, or I got a copy of the Battalion PubBattles rules so that I can play it either as a Kriegspiel or a PubBattles game, and it just shows you sort of how the differences are between the initial larger level game and the smaller game with the smaller blocks. So again, really nicely set out, nothing too complex there. You get your normal kind of Musket Battles rules of play. This was kindly put in here by Marshall for me, so full colour, really nicely set out, some lovely bits and pieces in there. I've got these dice, the dice speed up the mechanisms for combat, which is really helpful. They kind of take away a lot of those Kriegspiel decisions for you in terms of operating the fire and the combat. If you're doing Kriegsspiel, normally with a Kriegsspiel you'll have an initial overview that you'll hand to each side's commander. This is already provided for Brandy Station here. Really nice. So it really sets the scene and historical flavour for the battle for players who are coming into this for the first time. Kindly provided a debriefing if you're running this with a group of people, maybe non-war gamers, or as a learning exercise for school purposes, like that. Nice touch. And then you've got, again, some copies, extra copies of all bats for the various blocks that you've seen already that I've got for the players for the game. These are all the stickers. So these will be the Brandy Station stickers, you can see there. Really nice and easy, just apply those to the blocks. Colourful. These will be your commander blocks, I would imagine. And then you got some of the more generic Kriegspiel ones for the sets that I've got there. So you can see your kind of trains there. Let's just see if we can zoom that in a little bit. There we go. Artillery down there, cavalry. Yeah, really nice, really nicely done. Again, they're going to look vibrant, colourful on the table. So again, really nice. You've got your commanders for Brandy Station there. These will be part of that kind of chip pull system in effect. And then you've got the map, which I'm just going to get out and show you as well, just so you've got a flavour of the quality of some of these maps that are being produced, and then we'll wrap things up. Okay, so this is just zoomed out. This is a 2-foot square, that's all, 2-foot square map, paper map. You can see it folds quite flat already. Could put this under plexi with no problem. Hopefully you can see the beauty of the map from here. This is out, zoomed out. I'm going to zoom in and show you some of the detail in a moment. This is the field that you'll be playing Brandy Station over, so it's a really lovely detail, and as you look closely at it you'll see why this is taken from a period map of the time. Let's just zoom that in a little bit for you so you can see it a little bit more. So some really nice, you can see some of the original markings showing where the various combatants were on these maps. But the detail is beautiful. They're really lovely to play over. We've got some nice interesting terrain features on there. Lots of detail included. It gives you a really clear perspective of what you're playing over here. Some really nice map, and once you get those lovely colourful blocks on there, I think it will look even better. Rappahannock River up the top there. Really nice. So hopefully this is giving you a really nice flavour of some of the quality of products that Command Post Games put out there. It's giving you a little overview flavour of Kriegspiel. If you go to the Kriegspiel International Society, they are very proactive in helping people learn and get into the game. They do run a lot of games online using Discord and Tabletop Simulator. which look really interesting. Not something I've done myself yet, but having listened to a few of their podcasts, they're very, very encouraging for new members. It doesn't matter what your background or understanding is of history, they will guide you through, handhold you through, so you can learn the game and decide whether you just want to play or whether you want to then go out and set yourself up and set up games for your own buddies as well. But hopefully this has given you a good flavour. As I say, whether it's Kriegspiel or maybe the Musket battles from Command Post Games, either or, great fun and a really good experience. But hope you've enjoyed this video and look forward to seeing you all again very soon.